I'm back with another IBL review. This time it's with Asgard versus TNG. This was the semifinal match that we played a little while back. I wanted to review it before it ended up getting lost, and so here we go. TNG taking a forward position at this tower, going for some relocation blocks. They get one, and this one looks like it's a little bit delayed, but maybe we'll still be able to get there. Yeah, looks like it. Blocking one relocation, and we still have a setup of like, 3 people with fairly forward position on the tower, so that's decent. And then down here we have this nice solid like 6-man setup. Very, very strong. It's going to be tough for them to break. They have no real support for this player. So this player was just leaving a little bit too late, I guess. And let's see where they were. Yeah, leaving from the back of the spawn to go here, very contested part at Central Tower. It's not likely that this is going to be very effective. Down at Tower 4, we sent 5. Given the fact that we had terrible spawns, we elected to go towards the top side of the tower, which makes sense. However, they had really good spawns and were able to block one of our positions, putting us in a terrible spot. Terrible, terrible, terrible spot. Had we had better spawns, maybe we would have been able to contest, this square here, this 4-man square, and put ourselves in a winning position at this tower. But the way it ended up, we were just going to be defending and trying to survive given the numbers advantage, which we do for some time, but we'll go back to that later. Up top, we noticed they only sent 2. We had sent 1 and made a call to send a couple more to try and support this guy and see if we can take this tower. Relying on our players to outplay theirs. We successfully managed to take out their player in close proximity to us and are focusing on just preventing them from capturing the tower for now. And we do manage to survive for a while. I think our builds were superior to theirs. However, they did have some good players who were adapting their builds mid-match and also had good builds to start. Like this guy, Peter DA, who did perform well this match. And the snowball on Central Tower is in complete effect. Looking at the top side of the tower, they aren't able to kill Lord 09 quickly enough. And so our reinforcements get here and are successfully defended. And it seems like they're not able to break our builds, and we are able to break theirs. We get a successful relocation cancel. At this point, we're managing to capture the tower while still killing them. And you can see it's just a serious outplay at this tower. There's no other way to put it, honestly. The cancel one last time on the tower capture, and my bubble comes down, and that is where we are just left to die. There's nothing more we can do at this point. There's too many of them. We've managed to get a complete surround on the central tower, and their numbers are trickling in. We're doing a good job of just keeping them away and continuing to put their players into spawn at this tower. We have this one completely surrounded, completely locked down, and we realize that the shift will likely be on home tower, which we do get a player teleporting on top of us, trying to capture it around this time. A little bit extra help would be good, though. This tower is quite weak, and they have a lot of players here, so they're probably going to be looking to go to Moon Altar and either uh, make a collapsing play on central, or perhaps go to one of these two side towers. Let's see what it ends up being. They do, which I like, this coordinated moon altar push from tower 4. I do really like to see that this coordination here, the timing from these players to all go here at the same time and look to set something up, is very nice to see. And they can do this and take advantage of our, you know, lack of firepower because we just don't have the players in this match. At the 25-minute mark, we get a teleport from TNG, and they are looking to collapse on the tower. Right around this time, we start relocating away from here just to be safe, because we're not sure where they're going to go. We know that they're going to one of these two towers from the altar, because they had so many players at the altar. And so kind of like relocating to hedge where they're going to show up, and it seems they all show up here. And in good numbers. A very effective push. Very disguised, effective. They all show up. We can't stop it. We can't see it coming. We don't know where to block. And all of a sudden they're building and there's nothing we can do about it. That's the power of the altar. You can build and they can't block your relocation. Yes. Yeah, so a teleport. Very interesting. Followed up by an altar push. Oh, no, just moving up from here. Okay, interesting. And must have been another teleport. Oh, no. Okay, yes, an altar play from this guy. I do really like that. It just... There's so much happening on the map all at once. It's quite hectic. We're getting hit on all fronts, all at the same time, which was pretty epic. And can we hold it? I mean, what's the score right now? We're leading, and we'll continue to do so long as we can keep one more tower for a little bit longer, but this one is gonna fall. I don't think there's any way we can hold this one, looking at it from this point of view. I'm currently here at tower 2 trying to stop their advances, but when we realize what I had realized was that we had to abandon this tower temporarily in order to take this one, because, you know, looking at the game state of the map, we didn't really have the numbers to make teleport plays. We're holding on to central with 7 players plus a few more who are stopping move ups and whatnot. This tower is surely going to fall. We're just not going to get the reinforcements. This tower is taking immense pressure, and so we have some choices to make, and I think that it best that we just abandon this and go for this tower, because we need another tower. You know, we can't let them secure 3. And if they're able to hold 3, it's going to be very difficult with the numbers disadvantage, down 8 players, to capture a fully secured tower at any point without losing our other 2 points on the map. Like, it's just, how do we don't have enough people to do that, very likely. So, you know, right at around this time, you can see they only have a couple players. We recognize that. We recognize we're getting attacked, and that we're not going to be able to defend this, or we'll be too late to defend it. So that is when we shift the focus over to Tower 4 with mostly relocations. And unfortunately, we get a double overlap here. A teleport comes in, a relocation right next to him. Another teleport comes in. Very nice. Yeah, this tower, I decide to just ditch it, like just let it go, because you know, the players that die from here, right, are going to spawn in and be right next to this. They're going to be able to come here quickly and help assist in capturing this back. This is the easiest tower to recapture on the map. So we really need to focus our efforts. And teams should always focus their efforts on moving up the map when you can to help affect these, you know, critical 3 towers that are going to decide the game, most likely. So that's what we do. Decide to come here, and their players are relocating from spawn. But at this point, we're here with 5. They only have 2. They've already invested their teleports, their relocations, a lot of them to other towers. They decide to come to this tower a little too late, and this is where we hold it down for a long time to secure the game. It's the perfect distance away where we can't block it. It's going to finish, but this one's that's going to be very easy to destroy. We get teleported on. Yeah, right around this time I get teleported on. I move between my 2 teammates, just to the best place you could be on low prosperity, able to defend him, whatever they throw at us, you know, and teleports are starting to land here. And really, it's just like it's a stalling game now. We got to keep ourselves alive as long as we can, get as many points off this tower as we can, and hope that it's good enough to win the game. And it's looking, we're too far ahead now. It's looking like it's almost impossible. Given 19 minutes left, they're going to have to take multiple towers. One thing you can do when it comes to IB is time your relocations to hit at the exact moment that theirs does. And what that does is it allows you to have your relocation back instantly. So if you time it perfectly, boom, they hit at the same time. I know it shows this person building right now, but they don't. They don't actually build. It's just a bug in the replay. Yeah, so you're able to get your relocation cancel off, block the relocation, and then you can send another one straight away to block a different player. And when you're defending towers like this, and there are tons of people relocating around you, this is very effective. This can be the difference between how you win and lose a game if you're able to time these correctly. And a good way of doing that is like send your marches out to fight. Like let's say you send a solo attack, you send a rally, whatever. You know, scroll a little bit down towards the direction that they're relocating and see if you can see any close caravans. Check the time on it. Okay, we know this is going to get there in 34 seconds. You know you got 34 seconds to fight. Okay, your attack hits, you recall it, you defend your teammate, you send another attack out, whatever, speed it up, and then you scroll back. Okay, you can see this getting here in 10 seconds, and then you send your relocation to block. Boom. Right? Like that's how you're going to get maximum value out of your relocations and stall for as long as possible at these towers. So we're able to block this, block the one that was over here before, and destroy this building. That's 3 players that are now stuck in spawn. And we've wasted, like, I don't know, 2 minutes or 2+ minutes of their time because it takes that long to relocate across the map. At the 47-minute mark, prosperity's starting to dwindle a little bit. We've been here for quite a long time, holding this tower down. And you can see, like, just trying to take these fights on one-on-one. It doesn't make it easy. Like, you're just gonna end up putting yourself in spawn, and then the push is gonna be delayed. They're gonna have to wait for more people to get here, and then once you get like a numbers advantage, then you can look to push. But you know, going a little bit too early is gonna cause you to just take a lot of damage that you could have otherwise avoided. Like if that person was next to this player here, they could have defended each other, stayed alive longer, and then they wouldn't be dead, but or waited for this teleport play. But they both teleport on top of us. I put the bubble on, or maybe that's I reborn myself, and I'm just looking at this point to defend Lord 09.
defend your teammates' buildings. So want to get our teammates as close as possible. There's going to be a lot of them here shortly. And so, throwing the bubble on, defending our teammates, just stalling quite as long as possible to keep this tower alive. And you can see, like, it's very hard for them to kill us while I'm just constantly defending over and over and over again. Like, I can just keep sending my marches here. No one can touch me. And it makes it very difficult for them to kill. And all the while, he can continuously attack whoever and deal damage while he's not taking any damage. My bubble, I think, just expired, and then my reborn bubble expired, and then I put another bubble on. I just keep doing the same thing. Again, the goal just to stall as long as possible. And it is very, very good at doing this. And I don't see a lot of players implementing this strategy. I think it's where the meta is headed next. I think more and more people will catch on, and then the meta will have to shift after that. Probably back to a rally meta, because otherwise it just will be too difficult to win with solo attacks unless they are isolated. Because too many people will just be defending their teammates nonstop. It'll just be too hard to win a solo attack. Right? And they haven't been sending many rallies, so it's just taking a very long time for them to kill us. Basically we survive here until the end of the match. And right around then is when we secure our 5th and final tower, completing the 5 tower and winning the game. But let's skip back and see how the other towers unfolded. This tower was basically left hanging because they needed to go elsewhere on the map, right, to actually try and take more towers to win the game. And that's when we just teleport on top of the tower and take it. Yeah. This guy tried to move out to try and block a relocation and destroy a building, and no one's next to the tower, we take it. We'll go and look at Tower 2 now. So it was, 20 minutes ago or whatever, around the time when I left this tower. And they managed to completely surround and take it. And like I was thinking would happen at the time, ditching this tower to go here so we could take it, our players coming out of spawn were able to, slowly grind it back. Because it's just so much harder to get reinforcements from here, right? Like, it takes so long for people who have died to come across the map. You really have to be cycling players around efficiently to be able to ever hope to hold this, because if you have too many players stuck like back in the map or in spawn, it just takes way too long to get there. So players who are in spawn or here need to be looking to go here, and then these guys need to be relocating here all at the same time in hopes that they can hold this, right? That should be what's happening. That should be the game flow, always moving up the map, right? Okay, we're moving up to central, or we're stopped here, we can't manage to get it, but we can still move up here and over to here, or you can just relocate straight across and bypass that altogether, but it's very likely you're going to get canceled doing that because it's further away. So if you're going to do that, it might be more beneficial to relocate like here, if you're like in this position. You relocate here to here, and you set up the attack, or set up players on the outskirts to then be able to relocate in and help with the defense of this tower. But you can see, 10 minutes goes by of them holding this tower, and then we're able to overwhelm them from spawn, kill them off, move up, and retake this tower 10 minutes later. And we were able to hold central the entire match. So just anybody who, they never got numbers enough to kill us off at the central tower, and we always were sending reinforcements, the appropriate amount of reinforcements to this tower while still being able to defend the other towers, which was crucial in us being able to win this match. I think in this match we managed to utilize our builds, our rotations, and our ability to isolate their weak players to actually give ourselves a reasonable numbers advantage at towers that we were defending. Looking at the battlefield statistics, they definitely did a lot of damage to us, for sure. Like, they had some solid builds. However, they weren't distributed amongst all their players, and you could definitely see that some of them weren't very good at defending themselves, or, you know, their mechanics weren't that good. With our team, you can see the difference. Like, look at the prosperity destroyed on our end, and then look at the prosperity destroyed on our their end, and that's really what allowed us to win this one with a numbers disadvantage. I appreciate everyone who's still here watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.